new skills and knowledge on an ongoing basis. I mean, it could be formed uh, informal course taking, like you guys actually taking this kind of particular course, the English language development and engagement course. So this kind of platform is actually the platform of the formal learning. So, but at the same time, it could actually happen and taking place in terms of more casual platform. For example, your social cycle. So that's actually we actually learn in through different platforms in developing ourselves. Okay, next one. Okay, these are the two different theories. These are actually the two different theories that I was talking about. The first one is actually Cobb's experiential learning cycle, and the second one is Gibbs' reflective cycle. Okay, so both of these theories, they are actually emphasizing on the real life experience that need to be gone through by a certain people in order to develop something or in order to have an effective learning throughout the project execution or throughout or throughout something that they actually working on that. Okay, so Cobb's experiential learning is actually something that being emphasized on the experience of a particular person, but at the same time, it is actually emphasizing on the cognitive level of person as well. As for Gibbs' reflective cycle, it is emphasizing more towards the feelings of the person who actually experience certain things in their life, instead of just talking about the reflection of the experience. Okay. Do you guys got that so far? Hello?
Yes, sure.
Okay. You can stop me anytime if you actually have some kind of doubts and questions about this. Okay. So these two theories, they are not quite distinct with one another. Uh, the prominent differences between these two theories are actually the stages of the process of learning. So Cobbs is actually emphasizing the different four types of stages, the phases. The first one is concrete experience and reflective observation. The third one is abstract conceptualization. And the last one is active experimentation. So these four phases are the initial stages that being introduced by Cobbs throughout an effective learning style that actually occur within a person. So later then it is actually being developed and extended by Gibbs, who actually adapted what actually had been introduced and proposed by Cobbs, and he actually has extended this concept and theories into six further stages. So let's go into this one by one. Wait. So as a the entire thing about Cobb's experiential learning cycle is that Hobbes is actually emphasizing that an experience needs to be followed by a reflection as a way to have an effective learning style. So, which means that it's not sufficient simply to have an experience in order to learn without reflecting. So it means that reflecting at the same time experiencing certain things within a real life situation needs to work hand in hand in order to have an effective learning style. So according to Cobbs, someone who actually experiencing a situation in their life needs to do a deep reflection in order to have an effective learning throughout the process of execution of something. So these are the four things, the four phases that being emphasized within the Cobb's experiential learning style. So
Wait, so can you explain what the action plan part was?
what is it?
The action plan below abstract conceptualization in Colps.
Okay, so
Yeah.
concrete experience is actually something that concrete
The
experience is something that the person is experiencing a real life situation, and for reflective observation is a phase that someone is actually reflecting and doing make an analysis what actually has been gone through by the person. And for abstract conceptualization, it is a phase where someone is trying to figure out the best solution or the best way to overcome the problems or certain ways that they actually might not liking about that kind of situation happening in the situation, you know. And active experimentation is actually once you actually have coming out with the process or with the solution, you're actually experimenting with the new one that we actually have come out, and a new cycle will actually come out, which will later will be called as concrete experience.
I
Is that
see.
clear?
All right.
Okay, so abstract conceptualization is something that the person is trying to figure out, come up with some solutions or some uh, initiative or incentives in order to overcome certain problems that they actually had gone through in the past. Okay, so an active experimentation is the implementation of the new solutions or the new theories that has been analyzed throughout the past experience, and then they will try to implement this kind of new theories and new initiative into the new life cycle. So the new life cycle, they actually will become as the concrete experience. Okay, is it clear?
Yes. Clear, sir.
Okay, thank you. So reflective observation is actually some kind of analysis. The person that is actually some kind of analysis that the person will undergoes in order to think about what is actually the best thing to do. Is it working or not? Wait, something's calling me. Okay. So as I've mentioned earlier, Gibbs and Cobb's style of learning, Gibbs and Cobb's styles of learning isn't distinct with one another. But Gibbs is actually has extended Cobb's styles of reflection or experiential learning, whereas it actually has been extended into four different phases. The first one is description, the second one is feelings, and proceed with evaluation, analysis, and conclusion and action plan. So the description is the same thing as concrete experience, uh, unless the only thing that actually being emphasized by Gibbs within this process of cycle of learning is actually the feelings aspect. So Gibbs is actually emphasizing on the feelings while actually making the reflection on the past experience gone through by a person. So evaluation analysis is something that actually has been divided into a small detail, which is actually being under the abstract conceptualization and reflexive observation as well. So action plan is something quite similar with the conclusion, whereas it is actually the implementation of the new solutions or the new theories coming up from the past experience have been undergone by this person, and then they try to implement the new ideas to test out whether it is going to be effective or whether it might not be working as well. But it is something a new, whereas a new solution or a new theory is being implemented on this stage. So you guys got it about this. So basically, Cobb's experiential learning cycle isn't the same thing as discovery. You know, experiential learning cycle isn't the same with discovery learning cycle. Okay, because you know, experiential learning cycle is something that is provided the situation is actually being structured by a particular person and being given to a certain person to undergo through a certain situation. For example, you guys are actually take undertaking this course. It is something. It is actually being the structure of this course is actually being structured and being designed by the higher up. So you guys have to go through uh, you guys have to go through this experience in terms of the project execution, in terms of the discussions. But you guys have to go through this in order to actually reach to the goals of what you actually has been set up. But discovery learning cycle is something that is actually not it's actually based on the person center, which means that it is based on the willingness of the person to experience certain situation in real life situation. It requires the person's creativity to solve certain problems without being instructed by certain people. For example, you guys are you guys are being instructed by me as you hire throughout the course. And I am actually being instructed to actually give some instructions to guys to complete the entire course for this particular semester. So that is actually the difference and between discovery learning cycle and also the experiential learning cycle. So which means that experiential learning cycle is more structured in a way that it is not centered around the particular person. Instead, it is actually centered around the higher up, while the discovery learning cycle is actually something that is according to the willingness of the particular person to undergo whether he is willing to go through into a certain situation or not. So it is testing out the creativity of a particular person, whether to overcome certain problems according to their cognitive, according to the person's cognitive level. Okay, you guys got it, or you might be confused about this. Tell me, which one is it?
Well, so far so good, I guess.
So far, so good. and you and you are the only person who said that.
I don't
So
know.
basically, so
Uh,
basically, Hobbes' experiential learning cycle and Gibbs' reflective cycle, they are actually sustaining and maintaining the same phase. But Gibbs is actually uh, a theorist who actually has extended the theory that has been proposed by Hobbes in the early years. So that's why we have, it is actually further down into 6 different types of phases for the reflective cycle. Whereas it is not as reflective cycle because it is actually more emphasizing on the feelings towards a person who undergo for the certain experience. Okay. So any question regarding to this presentation?
so we have to make our reflection video based on just these two theories, Kolb's
Okay.
and
Wait. Oh my goodness. Okay. Some of your friends actually want to end it. Wait. Let me prove them. Okay. About in pertaining to the project presentation, in pertaining to the project reflective logging project, I will actually expose to you guys about the marking criteria and what you guys actually have to do in a short while. Let me go through this one first. Let me show you. But somehow, in order to execute for the next project, it is actually the combination of both theories. You guys are actually reflecting something, what you guys have undergo through the completion of the project on both videos, documentaries, and also for the on-stage performance. So it is just not it is just not something that you guys have to state on the surface. It has to go deeply about the situation that you guys gone through. Okay, it has to be more detailed, but make sure it is not a personal make sure uh, what I'm trying to say is every situation, every kind of issues that you guys actually have dealt with throughout the execution, it's not something that you have to take it personally in a bad way. You guys take it personally in a good way, so it should be a professional one. It's not like condemning other people, you know. Okay, let me show you about this one. Okay, I actually had attached this rubric to our Google Drive, but I'm pretty sure not everyone is actually gone through into the Google Drive or the rubrics that I actually had attached in the early semester. So as you can see, this one, okay, this is actually the reflective log. It's not a group work; it's actually an individual work. So around 7 till 10 minutes, and the video should contain these elements: what you have learned, what personal development have experienced, and one challenging experience and solutions taken to curb the problem. And later on, once you actually have uploaded and once you actually have completed this particular task, what you have to do is you have to upload online. It could be on via YouTube or Google Drive or website platform. Any kind of platform that you actually would prefer to do that. But you have to actually provide me with a link once you actually have uploaded the video. Okay, I'm actually disclose this kind of rubrics assessment because some of the proposals that you actually have submitted weren't actually met with the criteria of the rubric setup. So I'm pretty sure that some of you will not really go through into this one. That's why I think I have to actually look this one through, get together with you guys, sit together, and then try to discuss with you about this one. So communication, the extent to which students communicate effectively in the vlog, including clarity of speech, tone, and use of visual aids. So, okay, communicate effectively using. Next one, reflection on proposal process, the extent to which student reflects thoughtfully and critically on the experience of completing the project proposal, including identification of challenges, the successes, and areas of improvements. So these are some of the sections, or these are some of the areas that you guys have to cover. You guys have to cover while talking about your past experiences while working on the both projects. Okay, try to look upon the excellent, the good, and the fair and the poor criteria. So, as far as I'm concerned, I I have finished marking with your proposals. None of you actually belongs in the category of poor. Okay, the least amount or the least score that some of you got is actually around fair, but most of you got good. Okay, some got excellent, but none of you got perfect, which is it's normal, yeah. Okay, but for in order to pass through this particular course, you guys have to get you guys have to get at least D, but please do not get D for your final result because uh, it's just not a good reflection for the entire course that you actually have taken, you know. So communication, communicate effectively, including clarity, the clarity of speech. Okay, try to use a spoken language as clear as possible. Do not provide double meaning if necessary. And then the use of tone. If you guys feel a bit, if you guys feel happy about something or someone, please project that within the tone of the voice. And if you guys feel a bit dissatisfied or unhappy about certain situations, please do so as well. Okay, and then the reflection on proposal process. So the reflection on proposal process is something that you actually have done earlier, which you guys actually have worked on the two proposals that you actually have submitted. Okay, how was your experience working with your teammates while actually working on the proposals? Okay, what actually were the challenges that you guys dealt throughout the process of completion of the project? And then you guys have to reflect on your project execution as well. The video documentaries and also the on-stage performance. Okay, what is actually what your experiences while working on this one? I'm pretty sure none of you got 100% satisfied with some of the results or some of the situations. But when you're talking about the challenges, you must provide with some of the solution as well. What is actually the proposed solution in future that you could actually employ when you're actually dealing with the same situation? Okay. And then self-awareness, the extent to which the student demonstrates self-awareness and reflection. Okay, this is the one. Threat, strength and weaknesses, and communication and collaboration with the group. Okay, this is something that you have to make a deep reflection and a very insightful reflection on this one. You guys have to get to know what are the weaknesses or uh, what are the strength aspects that you could emphasize with the video that actually brought to the success of the production of the video or could actually brought to the downfall of the production of the video. So those kind of things are being counted within the score assessment as well. And the overall quality of the vlog, including professionalism, creativity, and engagement. Okay, try to avoid any kind of unnecessary noises while you are making the filming, because it will distract me as the marker or as a scorer to hear clearly about the clarity of the language being used while you actually interact with the audience or the viewers on public. Okay, and creativity is could be something about the transition of the videos, the use of the sounds, the use of the graphics, and it shows some of the professionals what you actually have learned throughout the semesters. Okay, any questions on this one about the rubrics? Okay, you could go deeper into each of the requirements for the excellent scores, and then a good score, fast score, and the poor score. Okay, I guess you guys do not have to be concerned too much about your project proposals, because I think so far the least mark would be. I can't expose that. Sorry, sorry, sorry. I can't tell you. Okay, but as so far as everyone did a pretty well job. Uh, it's just in terms of formatting. The formatting of the proposal that you have submitted weren't actually 100% followed by the guidelines given uh, throughout the rubrics uploaded. So you have to go through this one carefully. Okay. So for those who actually do a self-reflection video, who do not provide with the strength and weakness, they are actually belong in the poor score. You can see that. So you have to plan, and you could actually do a draft about what you want to talk about the previous experience you had. Okay. Any question on this one so far? This is actually your third project assessment. Wait, somebody's wanting me. Okay. Before we proceed with our task, the task will be on personal with just the task will be about your personal experiences that you actually had gone through about the project execution on your on-stage performance and the video documentaries. Okay, before we proceed into that, do you have any question on this? If there is none of the question, I will actually I will try to attach the. It's not here. Okay. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. Chicken list. Someone else. Okay, I think I have to attach this particular task into our WhatsApp group. Okay, the task has been uploaded on our WhatsApp group. Can you guys check on it? Okay, it's actually an individual task. Okay, I will try to give you guys around not 5 minutes, 10 minutes to work on this. Mm, will be okay if you guys been provided with 10 minutes to complete the task. Okay.
10 minutes to fill in the boxes of the file. All right.
Okay, guys, try to work on the task uploaded on your WhatsApp group. Okay, 10 minutes starts now. I'll try to call and reach out people randomly and try to present their opinion on this. So we'll get our personal and individual presentation 9:50.
Sir,
Yes, what is it, Ishika?
what project should we talk about, sir? Is it like the video documentary one or the
Have you actually looked into one that I actually have loaded on our WhatsApp group?
yeah?
Okay, so it's actually your own choice. You could
Um,
actually select and talk about your video documentary, or you could talk about your project, about the on-stage performance. Which one do you prefer?
okay.
It's not something about your proposal project execution. It's 9:50. Okay, let's see here. We've got Adam Salih, Afik Imran, Ahmad Solihin, Aiman Sufyan, Ain Rashika, Irene Ilyana, Alip Haikal, Absma, Amar Amran, and Nabil. By the way, is Nabil here? Nabil, are you here, Nabil? Edmund Lee, Bashir Kamardin.
Sir, I'm here, sir.
Why your name? It's Ikhwan Rafiki.
Because he can get in this meeting.
Yes, sir. You not let me in.
Huh?
You not accept me, sir.
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
Oh, I think you were the one I actually had declined unintendedly. Sorry,
No,
sorry, sorry, sorry.
just
Okay,
not
by the way,
him, sir.
I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to. Sorry, sorry, sorry.
Don't worry, sir. It's on me because I don't mention it to you. Sorry, sir.
By the way, Nabil,
Yes.
your name is actually has been listed on my section. Okay, don't worry.
What, sir?
Your name is actually already been registered under my section.
Yes. Yes, I
So
know,
don't
sir.
worry.
I just want to tell you. I
Encik
forgot to
Arif
tell
had
you.
been informed you about. Encik Arif had informed. She had informed you about. He had informed you about this.
No, I've not told you.
How do you know?
Encik Arif. Oh, Encik Arif
No,
lah.
Encik
Yes,
Arif.
Encik Arif have
Not
told
about
me.
your friends Arif. Encik Arif.
Encik Arif. Yes, yes. Encik Arif has told me, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good.
Okay.
Okay, 5 more minutes to go. Nabil, you are the first one to present about this one.
I cannot. Now, sir. Give me more time, sir. Wait.
5 minutes. One more time. Okay, let me attach the attendance for today. Three more minutes to go.
Wait, sir.
One more minute. Fikri.
Okay, sir. I think I'm ready.
Wait, we have another 1 more minute.
Oh, 1 minute more. Okay, okay.
Yeah. We got Rafiq Junrong, Kashika Manimaran, Lau
Yes.
Chantik. Oh, and then Lim Ching, Lubna Ahmad Hakim, Muhammad Faiz, Muhammad Abrar. Oh, there are so many male in this one. Naima, Shu Hun Lee, Sharmini Bazila, Tandihan, Taufik, Valerie, Shazana. Okay, okay. Please, the first contestant, Nabil, proceed. You may present what about your
Uh,
experience.
just, just, yeah, just need to talk or need to present, sir. No need
Yeah,
present, right?
just talk about the different
Okay, okay.
sections you are required to.
Okay. So for the self-reflection project work about myself, the most important thing I've learned this project is I have learned to communicate in a better way with other people.
Mhm.
That's the most important thing that I've learned in this project. So
Okay.
what I wish to spend more time or done differently is I wish I spend more time to improve my pronouns during our shooting for the video.
Okay.
And the best work that I do for this project is I involved in the main cast for the drama performance.
Oh, okay, okay.
And for the project, the most enjoyable part for this project is I'm getting to know more new friends.
Mhm.
Yes, I found some new friends that I know. Yeah, right? Getting to know new friends. For the less enjoyable part about the project, uh, maybe uh, I don't know what the less enjoyable part for this project, sir. But I think
Liar.
what maybe yeah the project take a little more work.
What do you mean by project needs a little more work? Is it
Uh,
time
I
extension?
mean I mean it's like a production, right? So it takes more. What you call? Uh, mm,
Who's laughing is
no,
that?
it mean that uh, apa physical it's a bit physical physical
Physical
to be done.
classes,
Yes, so it's a bit
physical
done, yeah.
lecture.
Yes, sir.
Oh, sorry for that.
Okay, no
That's
worries.
that is actually on me.
No, sir. Uh,
Okay,
yeah.
is that all, Nabil?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yep.
thank you, Nabil. Okay, next one.
Okay. Sir.
Please welcome. Okay, I'm going to reach out certain people randomly. Okay, just get ready. Uh, Kashika. Kashika, you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, are you ready?
Sure, sir.
Okay, proceed. Sir Muhammad Amin said he wants to volunteer. Who's Muhammad Amin? Okay, Muhammad Amin. Oh, no. I have to give a chance to. Wait. Right after Kashika, it will be. Right after Kashika will be Evan. Evan Osbert. Okay, Kashika. Okay.
Sir, how do I share my whole screen, sir?
Oh, you want to share your screen?
Yeah. Oh, I don't need to share my screen.
You don't have to, but you can just slightly talk about it.
Okay.
You have to. Okay.
So, hi, my name is Kishika. So, for the project I'm going to talk about is the on-stage performance,
Mm-hmm.
which my group did about age of drugs, which is more about drugs and how it's distributed in our community. So, what is the most important thing that I have learned in this project is that since it's teamwork, since this is a team of 17 people, it was quite difficult to make everyone work together at the same time. And only in the end, when all of us were able to dedicate our time, was when I realized how important teamwork is. Because then only we were able to see our project come to life.
How much time you have spent together to work on this project?
Few weeks to do this
Wow.
project, especially since we did the two projects, right? So
Yeah,
yeah, it
congratulations.
took quite a long time. Um, what do you wish you had spent more time on or done differently? I would say the script of the project. I feel like some parts of the drama could have been further elevated and some characters could have had more depth and more lines. Okay, and what part of the project did you best work on? For this, I would say my acting. As someone who, as someone who has never acted before,
What
I
were your
think
role
I
as
did
a
my
what
best.
were you actually what were you actually what were your role as a
I was actually one of the drug distributors.
oh you're
Yeah, that was
okay, okay.
one of that was my role. So as someone who has never acted before, I think I did my best, and I think I was able to add more content to the drama with the role I played.
Okay.
What was my most enjoyable part in this project is acting together alongside my teammates.
Mhm,
Since my teammates and I are not from the same batch or classes, it was fun to get to know new people and learn more about them.
mhm.
And the least enjoyable part is the written proposal. Since we since we just had to visualize everything in our head first, so it was quite hard to put things into words. That's
Yeah, about the proposal, right?
yeah,
Since you just have to visualize everything, you just have to make a pre-statement of everything what you are planning to about to do. It's
yeah.
quite difficult to actually initiate or execute some of the plan because some of it is might be something actually beyond what you could actually do. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but this is something that would actually happen when you are actually pursuing your study once you have completed your degree. Okay, if you wish to proceed with your master in the nearest future, this is something that you would actually definitely will have to experience to go through for the next few years. Not to mention that you will undergo for some vivas as well. So this is actually a pre-preparation for you to get through into the next few years. Who knows? You might actually get your PhD.
Okay, so,
Okay.
okay,
Anything
so
else, Ishika?
no, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ishika. Okay. Evan, are you there, Evan? Is he here?
Is he here?
I'm not asking about Haziq. I'm asking about Evan. Haziq. Is it Haziq? Or we could proceed with Cheong Kashin. Hurry up. I would love to proceed with another two final presentations of four individual tasks today.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Cheong Kashin, should I call you Kashin or Shin or Ka or Xiong? Which one is it?
Shane is enough.
Huh?
You can call me Shane.
Shane. Oh, thank you. Okay. Proceed with it, Shane.
Oh yeah. Hold on for a while.
Sorry.
Hold on for a second.
Sorry, Shane. What are you actually talking about? I couldn't hear you clearly.
Wait for a while.
Oh, wait for a while. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, right after Shane, we will proceed with the last lucky person. Uh, I always wonder who is this particular person. Mm, word. Okay, hang on. Let me check. Section 7. Okay. Okay, the next person right after Shane will be Oh, he's presenting. That's very good.
Can you see my screen, teacher, doctor?
Yeah, I can see clearly.
All right. So about the self-reflection of the project work. So I choose for the traditional cuisine in Malaysia, which is the video documentary.
Mhm. Oh, you are the one with the different types of cuisine, right? In Malaysia.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is the most important thing you actually have learned in this project?
So the most important thing I can learn in this project is we can we will know the different kinds of food of other races
Mhm.
in this country.
Okay, next one.
Uh, and the next one, if I wish I had spent more time or done differently, it's to try the food at another place because due to the duration of our days and also the transport problem, so we only
Mhm.
can choose the specific place to film the video documentary about the foods.
Let me say about this. I would like to apologize about being insensitive about the transportation issue within the UTHM because I'm not really well aware about the transportation, how is it being scheduled within the campus. So some of your friends actually told me that if you actually be late attending some of the classes, might be experiencing some of the buses issues as well. Am I right? Is it
Uh,
one of the
Maybe yes.
one of the problems actually dealt with the students in the campus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what else do you have?
Uh, so the next is what part of the project did me do for the best work on. It's I try the food, I taste the food and review on it and comment on the food for the videos.
Okay. So you think you actually did well in commenting the food that you have tasted?
Uh, it may be the best because I have the I have tried the food in real life, so I have the experience to tell the feel of the food.
Okay. What else?
All right. So next about the project, what was the most enjoyable part of this project for me is I can taste the food. This that's simple because food is the most delicious thing we ever to we ever to try. So it is so appreciate to enjoy the foods or any kind of it.
How many food have you got the opportunity to get tasted?
The food I taste. Sorry.
How many food have you got the opportunity to get tested?
Uh, for the video documentary, I
Yeah.
had taste only nasi lemak, but if other foods, I have tried most of the food already.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next one.
And lastly, about the project, what was the least enjoyable part of this project is not interaction too much
Okay. Okay.
uh, because we do the task on so we just only do the task so on that specific duration so we only have that time to communicate in real life but
Share,
yeah.
Shane, are you referring to the task in particular to the group or the entire course?
Yeah.
Are you actually referring to the not having the opportunity to interact more in real life in terms of the project execution as a group or within the entire course as well?
It's me because yeah, me only.
You only.
Yeah.
Not interact too much. What do you mean by not interact too much? You don't
Um,
have the opportunity to add.
because the first half of the SEM, we discuss about the project with using the online.
Mhm.
So there's not too much of the real life discussion. So or the communication. So that's why I think I its interaction is a bit less like that.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Shane.
Yeah, welcome.
Okay. The last person is, I'm curious about this particular person. Uh, I'm not so sure whether he's here. Abang Muhammad Daniel bin Abang Mahad Madihan. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here, sir.
So how should I call you? I couldn't call you Abang, right? I should call Daniel, right?
It's okay only.
No. I'm really curious. Should I call you Abang? Should I call Daniel? It's a bit.
If you're
I think
comfortable, you can call me Abang. Yeah.
Yes,
no,
Abang!
no, 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 no. That's not going to happen. It should be Daniel. It should be Daniel.
So Daniel is
Okay,
okay.
proceed. Now, proceed.
Oh, baby.
Okay, so I will talk about the video documentary.
Yeah, yeah.
So, what is the most important thing you have learned in this project?
Yeah!
Who's making the noises? Shut up, you.
Yeah, his name is Khairul Aspar.
Okay, proceed now.
Okay, so what I find the important thing is through the recording process, I learn how to prepare a question on interview the person about their success in the business industry.
Mhm.
So furthermore, I also learn how to find a suitable angle to shoot the documentary video because I also part of the recording crew.
Oh, you are the technical man.
Yeah.
And then?
Okay. Next, what do you wish you had spent more time on? Shut up lah. What do you wish? I wish to redo the reviewing food section because to be honest, I am lack on knowledge about the food that I review.
You were actually doing something about laksa?
Mi Bandung.
Muar. Oh, the Muar guy. Okay, 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 okay.
Yeah.
Wait! Ah, Abang! Pukul kau nanti.
Oi, oi. What was that?
No. A bat is flying into my room.
Okay, next one.
Okay.
I'm Batman!
Shut up lah.
Yeah, next one. That's it.
Okay, what part of the project do you best work on? I think the best thing I do is to, like I said, on the recording session because I think lah, I am doing a good job on the recording session.
Okay.
So that's what I find it best. And also on the person that I interview is such a sporting guy
Why?
because whatever we ask, he answered it very honestly.
Was it more into casual interview session or more into formal casual interview session? You
Uh,
had with him.
it's actually a lot like casual interview lah.
Okay.
Okay, so about the project, I find it enjoy because I can improve my creativity on the shooting process of the video. So and I can think of a way to uh, make our audio what we call hearable.
Okay.
So the least enjoyable part is because like we doing shooting at the Muar and also it is at a peak hour. So we had a hard time on finding the parking spot at the place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so basically it's such a wonderful experience for me.
Okay, thank you, Daniel.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys, I actually had attached the link of our attendance for today. Please fill out the links. Okay. By the way, next week I think we will not be having our class because it's going to be Raya Haji, if I'm not mistaken, right? So based on our formal schedule, we our class should be on Thursday. So I think we are not going to have a class on next week. Okay, so try to work on the reflective logs about that, and we will have another face-to-face session. I will have, and I will meet you guys again on our last week, which is falls on our week 14, where we have to do our presentations of the projects on both documentary. The first one is your video documentary, and the second one is on the stage performance. You don't have to. You do not have to actually attendance link. It's there. As it,
No, sir.
you late attended the you. Okay, done. Is it there?
No, sir.
It's not the attendance link.
Eh? What is it?
It's the self-reflection.
Week 11, sir.
Oh. sorry. Okay. My bad. Sorry. Okay. Freaking. Is it this one? Not this one. Let me get. It's okay. I'll share with you. Wait. Let's show this week. Should be here. Okay, it's here. So sorry. Okay, it's there now. Okay, click on the link. Okay, as I've said before, we will have another face-to-face session on our very last week of our semester, which is on week 14, where we will actually have our presentation on both projects that you actually have worked on, the video documentary and also the on-stage performance. You do not have to perform it on live, but you just have to present and show us what we have actually have recorded about the performance. And I will provide you with some guidelines on what actually have to work on, what are the criteria or what is actually things that you need to talk about during the presentation. Okay, I'll expose that and disclose that to our WhatsApp group later. Okay, about the film festival, okay, thank you so much for those who actually have submitted the projects on both projects. I'll try to look and I'll try to go through on that. And the selected group for the video documentary and also for the on-stage performance will be informed and will be notified as soon as possible. I think might be tomorrow, if I could, or might be the day after tomorrow. So it could be either these two days. Okay, so far, I guess that's all we've got tonight. It's already past 10. Okay, is there any question before we actually end our class tonight? Okay, please click on the link, everyone, and fill out your attendance for tonight. So bear in your mind what you actually have to work on next is your project on the reflective logs, and then we will have our face-to-face meeting at the very last day at the very last week of the semester. It should be on the next. It should be on Thursday. We will actually have a presentation on both projects. It's not live presentation. It should be on the recorded, the recorded version one that you actually have done with your teammates as well. And about the film festival, I will actually notify the selected groups as soon as possible about that. Try to, because I will have to go through into each of the video or each of the performance that you actually have done together. Okay. Any question before we end our class tonight? Okay. No question. None.
No, sir.
Okay. If there's none, thank you so much for tonight. I had a great fun tonight. Okay, thank you. See you guys again. Assalamualaikum and good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Arigato, sir. Salam.
My name is Raiman.
Sir,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Sir Safis,
Yes, Hafiq. What is Hafiq?
I just want to clarify. Do we submit our
Hafiq,
individual
I couldn't hear you
documents now
clearly.
with the Google Drive?
Hafiq, can you please
Do,
speak louder? I couldn't hear you clearly. What is it?
do we need to submit our individual documents just now with the Google Drive?
No. The individual task should be submitted on week. Oh, I forgot to inform you that further. Okay, about the submission of the fourth, about the third project. Okay, the reflective log should be submitted on week 14, at the very last week of our semester, Hafiq, as well as for peer assessment as well. So do not worry about that. But you can actually start work on it right now. Okay.
The sorry, the individual test is not that you're given in the group.
Hafiq, I couldn't hear you. It's like glitching.
No, I mean that the words that you've been spread in the group, right? For the individual test.
Are you asking me whether it's going to be individual or group task?
Oh no. The task that we should do is the sheet that you've been spread in the Google Drive.
Yeah.
The group WhatsApp.
Okay. The task that you actually have worked on this one, okay, this week, I will provide a link and you guys upload it on the Google Drive. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Thank you. Anything else, Hafiq?